Hi, Scary Recaps here. Today, I'm going to explain the movie Goodnight Mommy from 2014. Beware of spoilers. The film begins with a choir singing a lullaby. After that, two twin boys, Lucas and Elias, are seen playing in a cornfield. They walk into a forest where they come upon a strange opening. The boys enter the dark cavity. Later, Elias is floating on the lake, calling for his brother, Lucas. The two boys return to their home and enter their mother's bedroom. They see their mother standing close to the window. Her head is wrapped in bandages, and as she turns, the boys are silent. She scolds them for being dirty and sends them away to wash. Elias has a glass of tea from his mother. Lucas whispers in Elias's ear that he wants some tea as well. Elias mentions this, and also asks him why he is the only one having lunch, but the mother says, "You know why," and leaves. Elias shares his tea with Lucas, stating that he needs to apologize to her. In the living room, they play Guess What I Am. The mother puts the word car on Elias's forehead. Elias soon finds the correct answer and puts the word mama on her mother's bandaged forehead. As the mother tries to find out who she is in the game, aspects of her life are revealed. She is working on the Austrian television and she is famous. The mother asks for a hint, and Lucas tells her twice that she loves animals. The mother insists on having a hint, whereas Elias says what Lucas has just mentioned. She asks for another hint. Elias says that she has two children. The mother wonders who the person is and whether she knows her. Elias replies yes. That night, the two boys brush their teeth in turns. Lucas takes a cockroach and puts it in a transparent tank along with other insects. As they play in their bedroom, their mother walks in and tells them that the doctor advised her to rest, getting as much sleep as possible. She wants their support on this and thus establishes a new set of rules. She demands silence inside the house. No visitors are allowed. The blinds are to remain closed all day and night. The boys are to play silently in the garden, and nothing is to be brought inside, sticks or animals. Elias then shows her two shells, saying that one is for him and the other one for Lucas. His mother takes the shell and leaves. The boys then talk, stating that their mother has changed after her facial surgery. The two boys recite something that sounds like a prayer, and they soon fall asleep. Lucas wakes up, however, and goes to the bathroom. He sees his mother putting cream on her face, and as he walks away, she is alarmed, turning a bloodshot eye to the mirror. She goes into the boys' bedroom to check on them and leaves. The next day, the boys play in the rain. A visitor comes and rings the bell. Lucas tells Elias to fetch their mother. Elias knocks on her bedroom door and enters. He calls for his mother, but she doesn't wake up. When he leaves, the mother opens her eye, chewing and secretly eating a cereal bar of some kind. Elias walks to the front door, only to find it open and Lucas gone. He descends to the basement and finds his brother looking at a delivery man who is putting pizzas into the fridge. As the boys play outside, the mother inspects her body, wearing a long dress and staring long at herself in the mirror. Wandering off into the countryside, Elias and Lucas come across an abandoned cemetery. They find a door to what appears to be a damping place for bones, and inside they find a cat. They secretly bring the cat inside the house and lock themselves in their room. Their mother, however, is watching. She bangs the door, and when Elias unlocks the door, she comes inside, asking why they have locked the door. She searches the room, and before she can discover the cat, Elias distracts her, provoking her to press him onto the bed. Lucas tells her to leave him alone, and frustrated as she is, the mother takes the key and exits their room. Soon after that, Elias and Lucas stand on the porch, watching as their mother storms out of the house. She walks into the forest, where she starts to take off her clothes and bandages. Naked, she stands in the middle of the forest, and suddenly, her head starts to spin in an eerie manner. But that is only a dream that the twin boys share that night. They take a cockroach from the tank and walk to their mother's bedroom. They place it on her neck and watch as the insect slipped inside her mouth. In the morning, Elias plays the piano as Lucas burns an insect with a magnifying glass. Later, the two boys browse a family album where they find a picture of their mother with another woman, and the name Marie Christine Mettler written on the back. They search on the internet about her and come across a photo of their lakeside house being put up for sale. Elias and Lucas sneak into their mother's bedroom and put a recording device under her bed to monitor her. A little while later, the boys discover that the cat, which they have named Leo, has gone missing. They start searching for him while they do house chores. The boys find Leo in the basement, but the cat is dead. They think their mother killed it. They take the dead cat and leave it on display in the living room. The mother finds it and calls them out. Elias tells her that they want their mother back. She starts to slap him in the face and tells them to go to their room. Lucas first, and then Elias, ask her to show them her birthmark. The mother grabs Elias and drags him to his room. She closes and locks the door, demanding from Elias to say 10 times that she is his mother. Lucas is banging at the door trying to get inside. The mother threatens Elias to stop talking to his brother, otherwise she will get very angry. She takes his mobile phone and exits the room. Lucas comforts his brother, saying that she wants to separate them. The two boys begin to train themselves, slapping and beating one another, sharpening pencils to use as bolts for their toy crossbow. Elias prays for his mother to return. As night falls, the boys take turns standing guard in front of their bedroom door. Elias wakes up and finds that the door is open. He follows his brother Lucas into their mother's bedroom, where Lucas cuts open their mother's belly, letting out a swarm of cockroaches. That is another dream, however, as Elias wakes up hearing a strange noise from the monitor in his mother's bedroom. The next day, their mother comes into their room without her bandages. Elias looks at her and then at a family photo, seeing that she doesn't look much like their mother. As she tries to make amends, she allows the boys to go outside and play, but once she unlocks the front door, Elias and Lucas run away. They flee through the forest and come across a man who is burning hay in a field. Eventually, the twin boys reach a town and seek help in the church. They contact the local priest, who takes the boys in their car and drives them back to their mother. At first, the boys refuse to leave the car, but then they retreat inside the house, leaving the priest and their mother outside. The priest wants to know what has happened, but all the mother can say is that after the accident and the divorce, things went badly for her. The mother searches for the boys, but she is unable to find them. She lies in bed and falls asleep, and then the boys come and tie her to the bed. In the morning, Elias and Lucas, wearing masks, interrogate the woman and ask her where their mother is. The woman tells them to untie her and that she is their mother. Elias shows her the photo with the strange woman. She tells them that she is a friend and that they both wore the same clothes all the time. The boys search for clues about their mother, but they end up bickering in the bathroom. The woman asks Elias to untie her while the boy is calling for Lucas to come. She almost persuades him until Lucas appears and, together with Elias, burns her face with a magnifying glass in order to get her to tell them where their real mother is. The boys then seal her mouth with duct tape. The boys leave to visit a headstone while 2 Red Cross employees enter the house looking to collect donations. As they climb the stairs to reach the bedroom where the woman is being held, Elias and Lucas tell the employees that their mother isn't home. The 2 employees decide to wait on her and they chat with Elias in the living room. Lucas motions Elias to the bathroom. The boys take their mother's purse and Elias gives a considerable amount of money to the Red Cross employees. The woman upstairs succeeds in taking the tape off her mouth and cries for help, but the employees can't hear her as they have already left. In order to avoid any more mistakes, the boys glue the woman's lips together, but they see that she can't eat. They decide to use a pair of scissors to cut the glue, but injure her lips in the process. Elias tells her to prove that she is their mother and asks her what Lucas's favourite song is. The woman answers, but the boys aren't pleased with the answer. They ask her again where their mother is and then proceed to set her free to allow her to change her clothes since she has wet the bed. The woman then seizes the opportunity to run away, but as she exits the house, she trips on a wire and falls down. When she regains consciousness, she sees Elias holding a candle and slowly setting the house on fire, asking her where his real mother is. The woman attempts to make a deal with Elias. She tells him that she will again start talking to Lucas, just as she did before the accident. It is revealed here that Lucas, Elias's twin brother, was killed in a swimming accident. His mother tells him that it wasn't his fault. In the meantime, Lucas tells Elias to prove that she is their mother. He goes by the window, holding a candle, and Elias asks her what Lucas is doing now. The mother admits that she can't see Lucas. Elias replies that his real mother would know, and promptly sets the rest of the house on fire. The woman screams as she is burned alive, and the boys flee. The firefighters arrive shortly and start putting out the fire. Elias and Lucas hide in the cornfield. Soon their mother, unscathed from the flames, comes and embraces them.